Hi, Scott Tipton. I wanted to be able to give you an update on the proceedings in Washington this past week. Very pleased to be able to report to you that our Planning for America's Energy Future Act, as part of a larger energy package, was passed by the House of Representatives. It's a good piece of legislation which literally calls for all of the above, and we enumerate this in the bill. Wind, solar, geothermal, hydroelectric, oil, gas, oil shale, coal, our minerals, to be able to help achieve American energy independence, to be able to drive down costs and to be able to put Americans back to work while not repealing one environmental requirement. A good piece of legislation which we hope will receive proper consideration in the United States Senate. Also had the opportunity to go over to the United States Senate and testify on behalf of our Hermosa Creek bill, one which received broad support from a variety of stakeholders, from snowmobilers and anglers to miners and community officials down in southwest Colorado. We're hoping to be able to have a hearing in the House of Representatives soon. Also wanted to be able to speak about a new piece of legislation that we've reintroduced into Congress, education and energy. I think every one of us fully understand the importance of education for our children's future and the challenges that we face at home in terms of being able to pay for that education, particularly when many families are struggling right now. This is a common sense piece of legislation that's innovative, to be able to generate revenues for education without increasing taxes, generating jobs, and creating American energy security through the royalty measures which are currently law. We don't repeal any of the environmental requirements, but we're going to be able to provide revenues for our schools, trusting our teachers, trusting our local school districts, trusting our moms and dads to be able to make those best determinations for those education dollars at home where they're needed for our children's future, and still creating American jobs and American energy security. We're going to continue to push for this bill. We have to have ideas coming out of Washington that don't follow always the consistent model, but are thinking out of the box to be able to look out for the broader interests of the American taxpayer, for the futures of our children, and the future of our country itself. Also wanted to be able to report that with bipartisan support, we moved out of the House of Representatives Small Natural Resources Committee, our Protecting Our Water Rights Act, a very important bill for the western United States. We continue to see the overreach out of the federal government through the National Forest Service, through the BLM, trying to be able to confiscate effectively private property rights in the West when it comes to our water. We need to be able to have that local determination, to be able to rely on our state law, our private property rights, our priority-based systems, which have worked so well in the West for an extended period of time, and not surrender those to the federal government. We're seeing the federal government actually move back from some of their policies right now, which is effectively an admission of overreach. We're going to stand up and protect our private property rights in Colorado and for the West as well, and we'll keep you updated as that legislation moves to the floor of the House of Representatives. With that, we'd certainly like to encourage you with your thoughts and concerns to be able to reach out to our offices here in Washington or at home in the district. Thanks.